The next step, after the three-way has been conducted, I can give you permission to make a call to hire. The call to hire, if our three-way takes place in the afternoon, the call to hire happens that evening. If the three-way takes place in the evening, then it happens by the next day afternoon. Just don't, if we do it in the evening, don't do the call to hire the next day, sometime around or before you. All right, so in the call to hire, the first step that you're going to see in the scripts is just making sure that they're still with you and they really, really, really want the job. Because if they don't really, really, really want the job, then either A, we haven't done our job of actually turning them, or B, there's no chance in hell they're going to show up for day one of training. If they are not really, really, really still into the job and really, really want it, oh my God, I would die to get this job. Yes, please, please, I would love to work here. If they aren't really into it, you just cut it short. All right, thanks. Just wanted to ask you a couple questions, and we may be getting back in touch with you. After you check that they are still there and with you, when you actually tell them that they are hired for the position, make them feel special. Make them feel that they're one of the elite chosen. Now, chances are, if you've done your interviews right, they're automatically going to feel special. But just remind them that they really stuck out amongst the crowd of people that you've been interviewing, and that they are special by being hired, and then congratulate them. Congratulations, welcome to the team. The next step after the call to hire, after you've made sure that they're so 100% committed, and you've gone ahead and offered them the job, this is where we really need to turn them in order to get them into training on time, with the script memorized and paperwork sent in to Nikki within 24 hours. If their paperwork is not in within 24 hours, about what percentage of people would you say after 24 hours actually, if there's 24 hours and they don't submit it within that 24 hours, what are the chances that they're going to submit it after that?
It's very slim.
Slim to none.
Very slim.
Some people get lucky, you know. They're just ditzy and whatever, and these things happen. It showed up in my spam folder. But really turn them hard on getting the paperwork in ASAP so they can get their script and they can memorize their script. They need to get their paperwork in order to get their script, and they need to have their script in order to do our new script orientation that we're going to be doing, which we'll be going over that in just a minute. So pretty excited about script orientation. Round of applause for script talk. Yes, helping people memorize their script on time. Help them get their $700. And this is also when we are going to be scheduling the projected training start dates. Yes. Now on the call to hire, if they are hired between Tuesday and Thursday, if we make the call to hire between Tuesday and Thursday, they will be starting the upcoming Monday.
That sounds pretty serious, Mr. Coffee.
Yeah. Actually, if we call them Monday through Thursday, they'll be starting Monday. If we call them Friday through Sunday, they'll be starting the Monday after that. Does that make sense?
Can you write that on the board, actually?
Yes.
Did you say Monday initially?
If you call them Monday through Thursday, they start the soonest Monday.
That's when they would actually fly out, or whatever?
No, they would fly out on the Sunday if they had to fly, and they would
Okay.
be in the store Monday morning.
The soonest Monday possible.
That wouldn't be 7 days for the script, though, would it?
Yeah, especially if we
Nope,
hired them on
that's the point.
Thursday.
That's the point.
But they
It
get a
doesn't take long to memorize
Because
3
the
pages.
second they get the
Really
script
doesn't.
is when they start working for us. Now, there's no more, wait around a couple weeks and whenever you're done memorizing, we'll get you into training. It's no, you're starting training on such and such date, but your work really starts today because we want you to start memorizing your scripts today.
Do they get all 3 pages then?
What's that?
Are they getting all 3 pages?
They will be
Absolutely.
getting,
They'll get everything.
Okay.
they will be getting everything now with the script orientation.
Okay. I have one more question, real quick.
Yes.
Once we do the 3-way, and you call to hire,
Mhm.
because there was a little mishap that happened, I wanted to make sure it doesn't happen again. Do I send an email? Do you do? I mean, how does that happen again?
Yeah, I'll be going over that once we complete the
Okay.
call to hire, because that's the
Okay.
step after call to
Alright.
hire. Yes, ma'am?
So I'm sending you the whole script now?
No, you
I'll tell you when exactly we're gonna start that. And I'll be making sure that our first scriptos are very clear in terms of what.
Right.
Yes, ma'am?
Just want to be really clear on this because I'm sorry, I was writing notes while you were talking and didn't get to do it exactly. I'm sorry. So, if they get their script between Monday and Thursday, then they're going to start on whatever that next Monday is.
Call to hire, Monday to Thursday,
Call to hire is Monday to Thursday.
which gives them even less time to go ahead and fill out that application and get it in.
So we
Because
could call them
they don't
Thursday
get
and they don't
it.
get the script until Saturday.
Well, can you let him finish so I can get this done? I'm really sorry, but it's confusing.
Yeah. So say you make the call to hire on Thursday. The second that you make a call to hire and they accept, you're going to be shooting me that email. Within 3 hours, all I do nowadays is just hit the forward button and forward it on over to Nikki Roberts.
Yeah.
And she's going to be sending it within 3 hours then. So typically within 6 hours of a call to hire, their packet is getting out to them.
Okay.
And there's no reason for them to be taking more than 24 hours to submit it.
There shouldn't be any reason they shouldn't have their paperwork filled out immediately right there on the spot. Period. The only thing they should maybe not have is a social security card nowadays. Other than that, everybody has a driver's license. If they don't, they're not going to be working for us. And everybody can fill out an application and sign a form, because if they can't do it immediately, then they're not going to work here, because we've already proved that people do not turn their paperwork in right away, do not work for us. It's just the way it is. If you want the job, you're going to do it immediately, which is why it's going to be on your head still to tell them straight up. As soon as you get this information, this application package, you need to print it out immediately and fill it out and send it back immediately to the office, or you possibly could lose your position in the training. That's the urgency here. So I know a lot of you guys, because I see it in your faces, I watched you. I watched faces, I watched them all. As soon as we said, wait a minute, you're gonna call a hire on Thursday and they're in training on Monday and they're flying out Sunday? Oh my goodness, that's not much time. Correct, it's not. I hate memorizing. I'm the worst person in the world to memorize, but you know what? When I got to training and I had to do it, I did it within 48 hours. Same thing with Twin Towers. Showed up to training, didn't have the script memorized. Why? Because I'm moving and shaking. Let's do it. I had it memorized within 24 hours this time. When you put your mind to something, you get it done. If they're so busy doing everything else that they can't memorize their script, they're probably not the person for us anyway also.
And here's the other thing, guys. You got 7 days to memorize the script. So if they are called to hire on Thursday and they get their script Saturday, according to Leo Goodman, they have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to memorize their script. Time out. Easy, Tiger. Because I watched your face jump. Okay. They have till for that Friday to memorize their script. But guess what? The turn is you're starting on Monday and you're going to be watching me do the shows. You're winning out here. You're getting lucky. Because it's going to be easier to memorize the script when you're in the store with me working every day. And you've got those full 7 days before you lose your bonus. So we're doing you a favor by starting you early. Versus go off and memorize it on your own, and that 7-day lapse, and you come in, you haven't memorized, you just lost $700.
So are you going to shut
You
them
see-
up on stage on a certain day?
No.
This is an organic thing. We're just trying to set up some guidelines, but this is an organic thing, which is why I'm going to request that everybody hold their questions, write them down, and we'll address them one by one towards the end. Because you all have an organic question that is in effect or a result to a different thought that you have for your own thing going on in your world, in your life, in your market. But because it's organic, let us lay down the tracks for the train, and then we will discuss which cars go on that train and where the front is and where the caboose is for each individual train conductor that you are at the end. Okay, so that write down your questions is what that means.
Can you
And let
repeat
Rick
what you
talk.
said that the
Who thinks that $200 a day is pretty decent pay? Okay. So if I told you I'm going to pay you $200 a day to memorize one page a day, do you think you could do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're paying you $200 per page to memorize this script. Like, the bonus isn't there for no reason. The bonus isn't there just to give them some money. The bonus is there to incentivize it. And then on the call to hire as well, we'll be scheduling a scripto. The script orientation part of this, you're going to start adding into your calls when I send you an email that says, go ahead and this is the first week we're going to be doing scriptos. Scriptos this week take place on such and such date and time, such and such date and time. Alright? However, immediately we are going to start implementing a projected training start date.
So important.
If you want to walk them through yourself before we give the go-ahead on this is exactly the week that we're starting Scripto, if you want to.
Yeah, before we start doing, well, I'm going to talk about it when we do script orientation coverage, but before we start doing national scriptos, like officially, it is very highly recommended that you guys go over the script with your trainees, because it is, although it's 3.5 pages and you get a nice chunk of change for learning it, it is still a lot of material, and we don't want these people to feel so intimidated by the bulk of material that they're like, oh, I can't do this, I'll just go get another job. Like, I can flip a burger, but I can't memorize all this. We want to break it down for them so that it's simple and easy, and I'll go into more of that later, but there's stuff.
So we're going to go through the call to hire scripts right now. Ring, 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 ring. I'm getting a call. Ring, 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 ring. Oh, it's that dude I had the interview with. Hello?
Hi, this is Double X. So, that's exactly the position that we spoke about a couple days ago. How do you feel about the position now?
I would die to work for this company.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. So I'm guessing you believe this opportunity is something that you'll be able to commit to 100%.
Yes, 1,000%.
Great. Well, after careful consideration of the final candidates, you were one of our strongest. So we'd like to offer you a position as a representative for Twin Towers Training.
Oh my God, yes!
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you! Thank you! I thought I didn't have it! Oh my God! That guy got me so nervous.
I'm glad to hear that. But look, this is where we go from here, okay? Over the next 24 to 48 hours, you're going to be receiving an email from Nikki Roberts in our new hire department. In this email, you're going to find a general application form and a background check. I'm asking that you fax or scan this information within 24 hours of receiving the email. Does that sound like something you're capable of doing with the resources that you have?
Yeah?
Fantastic. I need you to understand that this is important. Turning in your paperwork and getting started on your memorization right away. Otherwise, it's going to end up delaying your training and therefore your paycheck. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Once you've submitted the information, Nikki's going to send you the full script for memorization. And in full, the script is 3.5 pages. We're going to be scheduling a conference call with you, and a training manager is going to break down the understanding of the script and help you with your memorization technique. And if you're the person running your own market, you're going to say something to the effect of, when you get that paperwork in and the script that gets sent out, I'll be calling you back just to go over an understanding of the script and memorization technique. The call will be on either blah, 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 which works better for you, which again would be null and void if you're just calling them back whenever. Okay? Remember, if you memorize the script within 1 week, you receive a $700 memorization bonus. It breaks down to $200 a page. Your first week of work starts when you receive the script. And the sooner you finish memorizing, the sooner you earn the money. Coming to training unmemorized is not an option. I mean, for $700, I know I'd memorize 3.5 pages, right?
Yeah, easy.
Okay, cool. So just check your email regularly for the email from Ms. Roberts. Submit the application package ASAP so you can start that memorization. And if you have any questions, or if you need any advice for memorizing the script, feel free to call me anytime. I'm your resource, okay? Again, congratulations, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, Peter.
I'm Double X.
No, thank you so much. Beautiful. the right after the time and dates for Scripto, that is when you would be telling them their projected training start date. Of course, it can be moved, but that's not something that we want to tell them. Make sense? Okay.
Wait, what's that? I'm sorry, say that again? The last thing? What was the
The
last thing?
training start date can be moved,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not something we want to tell them.
I understand.
So yes, if somebody is 3/4 of the way memorized, we're probably going to push them into training right away, you know? But if they're halfway memorized, we may look at it and say, you know what, we may need to reschedule you for the next one, and we'll get that worked out. It all depends on the training schedule for the next 4 weeks, where we see them fitting in on the real. Because we have to make sure that trainers aren't overworked and that everybody's staffed accordingly, and people are trained that should be trained. People that are trained are trained the right way.
Yeah. Any questions on the call to hire? Sir?
Just going on what you said, just to confirm. So if they're not like 3/4 of the way down, we're like.
You won't be deciding that. That'll be the national training manager.
No,
That'll
but I mean,
decide the whole
if
schedule.
he decides that, that officially means like, sorry, no $700 bonus because you didn't get it done.
No, that just means that training might have not been past 7 days. That's all that means.
Oh, okay.
Like we were just talking about, because hypothetically, it will never be past 7 days the way he set this up if you follow that. You know, it's pretty much along those lines.
As long as they recite within 7 days.
Oh, okay.
You know, we'd be pushing back training by a full week, but as long as they recite within that 7 days, they're going to be getting their 700. If they don't recite until a week and a half afterwards, then they're going to be getting 400 instead of 700.
But the way this sets up, in any instance, if they give a damn about the job in any way, shape, or form, they should be pitching before 7 days since they were
Correct.
hired. Which would imply that they know their script.
It all goes back to ABT.
At least enough so that they could get up and do it in front of a live audience. So if that's the case, then they've earned their bucks.
Exactly.
So we're at there.
Always be turning.
Always
If you're not
be
returning them to get this memorized from the beginning, if you're not turning them to be gung ho and ready to start on a certain time. Because if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Karat, that's been your number one tool with getting people on board and cross-trained, is to throw that money at their face and say, seriously, you're going to make $700 for just memorizing 3 pages? Oh my goodness. Oh, you got to learn a second product? Yeah, we're going to pay you $500 for that second one, just for the heck of it. Because we're cool and nice. And everyone on your team memorized it, didn't they?
Yep.
And when you went in to do that cross-training, Mr. Rockenforte,
Oh my
how
God,
was it?
it was the easiest, most pleasant cross-training experience I've ever had in my entire life.
And why was that?
Because everyone that came in that store knew their script verbatim and had a pretty good idea of what the blocking was going to be based off the quick little 3-hour in-house thing we had for the whole market right before we started going into the store.
And again, it all started with Mr. Karat from the beginning, throwing the money in their face.
Absolutely.
Like
His
straight
email was-
up.
his
It's
email was awesome.
$700. You're broke and you don't have a job. I just gave you a job and told you I was going to pay you $200 a page. Me, I'd be like, so how many pages are you sending me this week? Just 3? I can do 5 to 10. But same thing. That's been your success on getting them started, correct?
Yes.
Throw the money in their face. Throw the money in their face. Throw the money in their face. Throw it in their face.